Hi, my name is Daisy Dalton, and today I'm going to be giving you a 15-minute yoga sequence for full body release. So in some of my previous videos, I've done specifically for hips, specifically for hamstrings and shoulders, but this is going to be full body tension, really great for either morning wake up or evening wind down, just to get your body flowing. So if you have a yoga mat, this is a perfect time to roll it out. If you don't have a yoga mat, no problem at all. You can do this anywhere, on a rug, on a carpet, on a blanket, on a towel, just somewhere in your space. And I do have a strap with me for this. But again, a strap can be a belt, and it can also be a bathrobe strap, anything really, a skipping rope. You don't need to have anything official. Okay, let's get started. So the first move, it's one of my favorite stretching for releasing. You're gonna have a wide-legged stance, hands on hips or just above hips, and we're just gonna do some circles. So push your hip out to the right-hand side, push your hips back, keep your back and spine neutral, over to the left, and then push your hips forward and lean back slightly. So we're going to do 5 on either side. Starting to breathe with the movement. Just slowing down your breath. Giving the body the signal that it's time to relax and release. I love this movement because it feels like it brings some fluidity into the hips, but it also adds on a stretch of the hamstrings at the same time. Okay, so last one, going around to the right. And when you're forward, just going to reverse the circles. Hips forward, hips to the left, hips to the back, and to the right. So we'll do 3 more now. And last one. Paying attention to the pace, I feel like the slower the movement, the better the stretch. It's just my personal feeling. And now we're here, we're just gonna allow ourselves into a wide-legged forward fold. Maybe swaying slightly back and forward. Maybe side to side, whatever your body wants. You can follow the direction. Maybe stillness. Keep a micro bend in your knees in this position just to make sure that the legs don't lock out and we're not hanging off the muscles, but instead we're engaging the muscles and stretching the hamstrings. Micro bend and rolling up the spine. Head is the last thing to rise. Okay, now we're going to kneel down or cross-legged, wherever you feel most comfortable. We're now going to start to warm up the shoulders. So with your strap, first start with about 1 meter or a yard's distance. So we don't want to go too ambitious too quickly. So we want to start comfortable and then we can always deepen the stretch if it feels good. So about 1 meter or a yard, hold on to your rope or your strap, and we're just going to start to raise the arms, and as they get to the back, bend around and touch behind us. Inhale, raise up. Exhale as our arms calm down. This is a very, very nice warm up for the shoulders. It sort of encourages our shoulders to go in a position that they don't always go in, which is the external rotation. So we're going to do 3 more of these. Inhale as they come up. exhale as they come down. And if you find that the meter width is too much and you're not feeling it, or you want to go deeper, simply come in sort of a hand width at a time, and see how that feels. It might feel a bit more intense. It does for me, but sometimes gentle intensity is good for us. It doesn't always have to be completely soft. It's good to sometimes just encourage our body to go that little bit further. So I added on about 3 more with the shorter width. Okay. If at any point, this just happened to me, if your elbows are bending to make it work, so I'm just going to give an example. If you're sort of like doing like this to try and manufacture it, that's a sign that we're not holding wide enough. We want to keep our arms relatively straight with a micro bend in the elbows to make sure that we are keeping our shoulders symmetrical whilst we do the stretch. So we do not want to try and get really tight and then just like skipping rope across. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is just to warm up our neck. So left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest, exhale. Right ear to right shoulder. And we'll do half rolls for the first 5, or first 6, sorry, so that we make sure we do equal amounts. So 3. Inhaling as our head comes up, exhaling as our chest comes down. And now start to do just a full circle, so tilting the head back. And we'll do 3 one way. And 3 the other way. Last one. Okay, so now our hips and shoulders should feel really warm and a bit looser than when we started. We're now going to go onto our back. Keep the strap within reach. We're going to start to warm up our hamstrings and our hips. So putting the left leg flat on the ground and just wrapping the strap around the right foot. Try to put it just below the big toe, so on the ball of the foot. And you can hold with both hands for now. So first we're just going to breathe in this position just to allow our body to catch up and understand what we're doing. And now we're going to hold with our right hand. Left hand can come to the left hand side like a T position. And on the next exhale, just allowing the right foot to come closer to the right hand side floor. We don't want our foot to touch the ground. We just want to open our hip to where feels comfortable. Take a few breaths here. And on the next inhale, raising to center, changing hands to the left arm and allowing the foot to cross over our body over to our left hand side. Stairs are slightly in the way. As in many of our twists, an important thing here is that we keep our shoulders grounded onto the floor. So we don't want to twist over like this. We want to ground our shoulder, and you'll feel a really lovely stretch along the right hand side hip and glutes. Inhale to center, and we're just going to do this a couple more times. So I really love this stretch because it's, again, a hybrid. It's opening up the hamstrings. If you flex your foot, you'll even feel the calf. And it's also opening the inner thigh and the outer glutes. So it's really the creme de la creme. Exhale as the leg comes down. Take a few breaths. And inhale as it raises up. Okay, we're going to do the other foot. So just gently change the strap. This time the left leg is out flat, right leg. I'm going to shuffle over a tiny bit so I have more space. Right arm like a T position on the right hand side. Take a few moments here to let your body catch up. Inhale and exhale as we open our right leg to the right hand side. Few breaths here. My foot is getting slightly stuck on my staircase. So top tip, have a bit more space than I do. Inhale to center, change hands, exhale over to your right hand side. Both shoulders ground. Inhale, raise up. Exhale to the other side. And last time, crossing the body. Inhale and release. We're now going to just stay in reclined butterfly for a few moments. So soles of the feet together, let your knees open wide. Maybe your palms up towards the sky, relax your shoulders. Just to rest here and allow the inner thighs to open and relax and release. So we just like warmed them up slightly. We've got them more mobile with the stretch that we did with the strap. And now we're just letting that sink in. And the pranayama, the breath, is so important in yoga. It really is helpful to calm your nervous system and when your nervous system is calm and relaxed, your body is allowed to calm and relax. Because if we brace and if we're breathing just from the chest, our muscles pick up on those signals that we're not safe to fully release. Okay, now with your feet as if you're walking on the sky, widening your legs and bending the knees. We're going to just come into happy baby. If you want, you can wrap your two first fingers over your big toe. Or if you want, you can hold the outside of your foot. Or if it's better for you, hold on to your ankles or your thighs. Read your body and do what feels best for you. Don't try to push yourself too much. We want this to feel comfortable with some effort, but also ease, and just sway side to side. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, the shoulders we want relaxed onto the ground, the back of the neck. We want the full length of the spine to be touching the ground. So we really don't want our arms to be too off the ground, reaching for our feet. That's why we lower our hands if the happy baby needs that. Okay, a few more breaths here. Now we are going to do some spinal rolls. So find yourself in tabletop. First, just focus that your shoulders are over your elbows, elbows over wrists. Pressure in the hands is spread evenly throughout the pads underneath all the knuckles. Hips are over your knees. Start to drop your belly and raise your chin. This is cow. And exhale, round the back. Drop the crown to the earth. This is cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then bringing our ribs to our left hand side of the body, dropping them down, right hand side, raising them up. And we'll just start to do a few circles with our rib cage, keeping your shoulders and hips relatively stable in the same position. So our ribs are the ones that really move. And once again, this just sort of releases tension all around the back, from the upper back and the lower back. So it's one of my favorite things to do. You can also incorporate your neck to follow the circle if that feels good. We'll do one more in this direction and then we will change. So when your belly is dropped, just start to reverse the direction. Ribs to the right, drop down, ribs to the left. Okay, now the final pose, we're going to end in child pose. So widen your knees, maybe to the length of your mat or just a bit more than hip width. Keep the toes together, push the hip back. Arms come out ahead of you, forehead to the floor. And just allow your whole body to sink. Allow gravity to pull you deeper. And start to deepen your breath here. This is a resting position and it's just a very nourishing position for the body. I think it's such a nice place to relax into. It's still activating a stretch in your lower back and in your inner thighs, but it's really, really gentle and allows us to integrate the movements that we've done today. Deepening our breathing, telling our body we're safe, we're comfortable, we're relaxed. And when it feels good, just walking forward, rolling up. You can come into Sukhasana, easy seated position. Maybe hands together at heart center. Thank you so much. I hope that you've enjoyed today's practice. The divine light in me bows to the divine light in you. Namaste.